All right, while you guys warm up with fire trainer, we're going to intercept on the low line, kind of like when we were sparring yesterday. All right. So when enemy tries to punch you in the head, we're going to intercept on the shins with either a stop hit. Stop hit kind of actually comes out, sort of like a side kick, but I'm not really bending the knee. I'm kind of like letting her run into it. Or a side kick, which is where I'm actually kicking the leg. Or I can do an oblique, okay, on the shin line in that area. Everything else, try to keep up. Also, try to think about sometimes when you're doing this, like last week, if you're going to throw a punch, either before or after the punch, throw a kick. Try just to train your body to use the hands and feet together. This is the speed that my neck is allowing me to go today. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Kind of keep it a little slow pace. Try to get the kicks worked out. Be loose and evasive. Anybody have any questions? All right. So grab a partner, pair of pads, and make sure the pads person is wearing the shin guards. One thing to think about, guys, when you are doing these kicks is try to hit towards the heel. When you're actually doing this, you should be looking pretty much midsection of your partner. I don't look where I'm going to hit her, because that's telegraphic. Okay? I'm sometimes doing that while we're demonstrating, but so you know, once you get moving around, don't. So I want to hit towards the heel, okay? You guys see what I'm talking about? Not towards the toes, okay? Because when you do that, you can actually twist your ankle if you kick up that way. So try to support the kick with the leg by kicking back towards the heel. Make sense, right? Make sense? Okay. It's better to be safe than not. Okay, let's move around. Remember, trainers, your job to tell your partner when their hands are down. Your partner is going to go as intensely as you do, trainers. So pick up the pace a little bit. Keep moving. Try to tag them. Let's get that energy up there, Mr. Lee. Don't drop your hands when you kick. Remember, Kyle, do some kicks with some of those punches, okay? All right. There you go. Good. See how you kind of did an interception there without even thinking about it? You threw that punch and then that kick was coming out, and you weren't even thinking about it, but when her hand came out, you wound up intercepting it. Because a lot of times, after you attack is when you'll get a counterattack coming back from your partner. Nice. Good. Treat it like it's real. Hands up, Jason. Remember, you're letting your hands drop sometimes when you're throwing your kick. So try to keep the hands up there while you're doing your kick sometimes.
It's okay, it's okay. I'm seeing it too, I just can't.
There you go. Right. It's hard. Your body naturally wants to throw your arms around to counterbalance sometimes. It's a natural thing. You just got to train yourself to keep the balance so you don't have to worry about it so much. Good. Nice slip that time. That was good. Good movement. Nice quick reflexes there, Kyle.
Gotta remember to hit with the heel pull.
In those movements, that's going to stop you from driving you backwards.
So like when you...
Trainers, you can start giving your partners some combinations at them a little bit too. You don't have to just do single attacks all the time. Give them a couple hits. Remember, Kyle, lead leg for that. Jesse, watch the hands, buddy. Have I been sending you the videos for the class?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's a little better with the hands. Nice. Good. Nice. That's good. Good. Remember, try to keep moving even when you get the targets up. There you go. Nice, Em. That's the problem with these videos is now it's like ESPN. Emmy's trying to make the highlight reel every week. Just one. Alright guys, so we're going to talk a lot of today, I want to focus on the concept of zoning. Okay, can you check that just to make sure it's... Okay. What zoning is basically, if I'm going to hit Emmy, and we're going to do this with a stick, and we're going to do it with a knife in a little bit too, not because we're talking about that necessarily, but it helps you kind of get the concept of the zoning situation. Okay? If I'm going to hit Emmy wherever it is, say I'm going to hit Emmy in the head, right there where she's standing right now, that's going to be my maximum power, okay? How much power does my stick have right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
0.
0, okay? So I got 0 power, 100% power, and how much does it have right now?
0.
0, okay. So we want to go towards one of those zones. Okay, so if Emmy's getting ready to swing at me, I can zone here, okay, where there's a lot less potential energy in it. But what we're going to kind of work on is zoning away, so where it's coming at us. Alright? So here's what's going to happen with the two people over here. We're going to go through these kind of quick. All I want you to do to just drill it in your head, eventually we're going to start doing a pattern called sobrato, which looks like this. It's kind of, okay? It's similar to your hubud, and it's a flow drill that helps you pull things out of motion. But the most important part of it is the zoning aspect. When Emmy swings at me, that's the most important thing. As Guru Dan Santo says, if a weapon comes out, if you zone, you will stay alive. Okay? So the first thing you should do anytime a weapon starts getting swung at you is move away from it. So what we're going to do is we're each going to, you can come from the sides, or you can poke towards your partner. Okay? All I'm going to do, my fighting stance with the stick, by the way, the feet you can keep about the same. Try to keep the stick in your lead hand, but not a big deal. And the other hand, this is called our alive hand, this is going to be up in front of our heart. Okay? Does that make sense? So all I'm going to do is we're just going to zone. I'm going to tag at Emmy, she's going to zone, she's going to tag at me, I'm going to zone. We're going to go back and forth. So I want you to get used to moving away from it, wherever it is. If I stab, when you zone on a stab, you want to get to one side or the other of it. Okay? But don't worry about anything else with your hands. Everybody wants to do all the cool stuff with the hands because it's cool. This can be kind of boring. But it will keep you alive, okay? So when your partner goes to tag you, you zone, and then they tag at you, or then you tag at them, and then they zone. Okay? So back and forth. Does anybody have any questions about that? Alright? So we're going to have 2 people doing that, 2 people doing that, and then one person is going to be over there doing the 10-count drill on the grappling dummy. Because I want you guys to learn the mount, the kasakatami, the side control, the north-south position, the reverse kasakatami, back to the mount, to the guard, to the butterfly guard, to the mount, to the post position. Okay, so you have those so that we can start doing the grappling. Okay, but with the sticks, we are simply zoning. So it's going to look like this. I'm moving away from the power of the attack. Okay? Any questions about that? All right. So everybody grab a stick, unless you're over there with purple. Good. Now, what I want you guys to need to do is
I thought you were telling me to stop.
don't swing at the air. Pick a target and reach out to touch it. Don't hit him. Hey everybody, do me a favor, watch for a second. Jason, come here. Okay, so I want you to slow down. Okay, this is what should be happening. Do not move. This is what should be happening. Okay? Reach out, and then when he comes back at me, don't move once in a while and see if your partner's actually touching you, because I see a lot of this. Those are not real attacks. Make sure your attack is really coming at your partner. Okay? So think about it. When you're the person who's reaching out to tag with the stick, make sure you're actually going for a target. Make sense? Let's go. Guys. And flow with your partner for now. Don't get going fast. Good. Okay, guys, make it a little bit more of a rhythm. Right now you're kind of jumping on it a little too soon. It might be a little more realistic, but I want this drill to really have you guys focus on that zoning aspect for a second.
Okay.
Good.
Sideways.
Zone away from the power. Good. Okay, guys, rotate, please. Good.
Whoa. Should I go the other way? Should I? I'm asking.
I don't know.
For this drill, it doesn't matter at the end if you do get tagged, so don't try to zone back away, zone towards her. Like at the end of it, we're zoning into less power. So she'd be hitting you with less power. We're not going to, we will block it eventually.
Okay.
Or defang the snake, but for right now, I just want you to get the concept of zoning. She's not swinging hard, so zone in a direction where you could counterattack from. In other words, don't zone far away from her.
Right.
I'll try to duck it.
No, I realized that halfway through.
There you go.
What's up?
Okay, so now to continue with the zoning, okay? Still zoning, and now we're also talking about what we like to call defanging the snake, okay? When you are attacked by a snake, unless it's a python, the most dangerous part are the fangs. So if you have an asp and you get the fangs away, it's not really very dangerous anymore, okay? So in defanging the snake, one of the things that happens in a lot of Filipino martial arts is we're going to try to, that's the fangs of the snake, okay? So what I want you guys to do is still zone, but you're going to zone and cut the hand, okay? The first thing you should do is zone still, okay? Don't stop zoning, so when she attacks now, I didn't zone. Okay. Zoning is still what we're doing. I'm just giving you a little something else to do while you do it. So when she's here, zone and cut, like her. She zones and cuts. Okay? Notice we are still zoning just like before. Very, very important. The most important part is the zoning situation. Okay? Does everybody understand that? That is what you will be doing in the station here.
Go back after this. Okay, hi.
Okay.
So we're doing this.
Good. What's up, brother man?
Hey man, they'll go on the checkbook.
Okay.
Only one that was there was the old one, so we'll have to bring that one over tomorrow.
Okay.
I had a panic when I was.
Let's count.
As soon as the knife is moving, start moving before you worry about cutting his hand. There you go. Good. Zone, then cut. Good.
Problem that way.
Good.
My problem is where to put the arms.
Now for you guys, I want you guys to start having that flow. So instead of it being, because right now you're going like cut, stop. I want it to be kind of like a flow drill. So you cut your partner, they cut you. You cut your partner, they cut you. Kind of get that rhythm. We don't want to do that in a real fight, but for now I want you guys to get that flow, and then you come right back. Good. Slow though, like a slow rhythm. Pretend you're underwater. A little bit. Let me see. Good.
Get that purple guy.
Yeah.
Good job. Make sure
It's hard because we're both attached.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
It just sounds like.
I haven't done that in a long time.
I know. You did really well.
And I didn't do that.
Person who's doing the stab, try to think about it like you're stabbing their body or their head. Okay? So person who is cutting the hand, you're kind of keeping your distance and cutting that hand as it goes by.
So if you let your weight up, I'm going to snuggle out.
Okay. I don't want to squish you though.
You squish me.
Okay.
He squishes me all the time.
Okay.
So
I heard you
here.
broke him.
I did a little bit. Not on purpose.
There you go. Let's hear. And then
There you go, zone away. Keep that other hand up. That's called your alive hand, Jesse, so keep that up kind of in front of your heart.
There we go.
Good.
let you go.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
going to move away from the attack.
That is what was confusing me.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're on guard, your legs are up here.
Alright.
Try to make sure we know who's attacking. Think about it like choreography, John.
I went the wrong direction.
Gotcha. But think about who's attacking, who's defending.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
And then I.
So you can go together. Yep. And then post. So you. Put your knee, and so you can stand up. Yeah. Well, no, back to standing.
All right, now over here we're going to continue that concept of zoning. You're going to be doing fighter trainer, but we're going to intercept a hook punch, okay? And when we do that, we still want to zone away from the power, okay? So I'm going to cover and hit at the same time. But when her hook comes real slow, boom, I'm moving away from where the power is on the shot. Everything else is the same. You guys can still kick and punch, all that kind of stuff. But when she throws a hook, boom, okay, I'm going to intercept. But I want you to think about it with that zoning situation. And you can also put.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know what got some more instructions, CJ.
Okay? The timing on that can be a little hairy, so you got to practice it. One way you can think about it is just start every time you cover throwing that punch out. Make it an automatic response. Okay? Instead of trying to be something that you have to think about every time it happens. So you're going to zone away. If the hook punch is coming at you from this side, I'm going to zone in and intercept. If the hook punch is coming this way, I'm going to zone in and intercept this way. Okay? I'm still moving away from the power. If she was throwing a hook, boom, I could technically zone into it if my timing's really good. Okay? But for today, like I said, I want you to zone away from the power. Okay? Also, I don't want to zone way out because I can't hit. Okay? So my zone is kind of on a 45-degree angle. I also want you guys, while you're zoning, typically if you're moving to the left, your footwork, I wasn't going over that too much earlier, but for now when you do your footwork, if I'm going to the left, I'm going to go left, right. And if I'm going to the right, I'm going to go right, left. Okay? Try not to cross up your feet too much. Alright? Good. Nice shot. There it is. Nice. Good.
I did it.
Oh, you had it? Yeah.
I kept hitting the code.
Good. Nice on the zoning. Keep the arm right on the head, though. Sorry. Try not to drop the hands when you kick. Good. Good. Nice with the zoning, Jesse. Good. That concept is going to work for all kinds of things. One more hook for him. Good. Hook a couple times, Jesse. I want to see the zone. You guys cover. Turn like this. I want you to do that. So when you cover, do the hook to me. Get your arm like here instead of like we're not like doing like a traditional taekwondo block here. So as he comes in, okay, I'm covering. So it's basically like I'm moving away and I'm putting some padding on the side of my head. Okay, because I don't want to let my hands get too far away from where they're supposed to protect my face. So just keep it in real tight. So like I said, just imagine you're putting like a bunch of padding on the side of your head. Like I think about it like I'm grabbing the back of my head like that.
When you're doing your cuts.
Oh, I thought it was going
Okay.
for your
No,
hand.
no, only
Makes sense?
when you're-
See that?
So basically like the backwards roll
That's
head
why we were
grab.
having.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Going out for your hand.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Good.
All right.
Yes.
That's much nicer. Good. And good with zoning. Good.
I go.
Did he tell you about the zoning situation here, John? Try to, when you're doing this, show him the cover, Jason. The way it's going to go. On the side of your head. Don't reach out for it. Yep. And move away from the power of the hook.
So cover.
Yep.
And
Yeah, it can be either face or the body or whatever, yeah. But cover and hit, you want to be the same time because it's interception.
oh, okay. I did it.
There you go.
Make a pay.
You see how your hand's kind of off? You're kind of doing more, which is okay. I just like to do, it's kind of more boxing like we're doing. We're covering so that your hand's out. It's almost imagine just like you're putting a padding on your head. Or like you're doing the grab for a forward shoulder roll. That was Jason's analogy. It's really good.
That's how I got it. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. We're on my side.
Yeah, with the interception thing, John, try to make that, yeah, the moment, same moment. Yep. There you go. Good. Nice.
Good, good. Nice.
Good. Good. Try to zone a little bit more on the hooks. There you go. So you got the mount. Then you go to Casey Matami. Side mount.
Yep.
Then you go to cross mount.
Cross mount.
How would I do that?
North south. Then I slide my leg through just a transition position here.
Okay, so it's on that side of the arm.
Casey Matami. Well, you can go back that way too. Doesn't matter. It's the reverse Casey Matami. I'm looking at this feet right there. And then I come back, transition back to my mount.
Wait, do you say you prefer to be where we're supposed to be aiming when we find?
That's the first on top. And then guard.
Okay.
Then you do the butterfly guard. If you want, you can also spider guard first to kind of position you for that. Okay. Now on this guy here, when you try to flip a real person, you're gonna have a hard time when his head is way down here. So I want to pull him up. Once his head gets even with yours or above it, it's easy to lift him. Okay. Like I can pick either one of you guys up and hold you if I get you there. But when I'm down here, it's really hard. So we're down here. Keep the legs in the middle, and that'll fall your knees right back down. That's 9, and then to end,
Oh, okay.
post.
Yep.
Okay, and then we stand up.
Okay.
Right stance. Okay. All right. So let John do it one time, and kind of coach him too. If you remember one, kind of try to get your thoughts on it, and then you guys try together.
What's next?
Now you had your legs right here like that.
Yeah, keep it tight. Keep your weight on him. Anytime you're on the ground, try to have a nice wide base with your knees. But keep your weight down on him.
Yeah. Because like in high school football, high school wrestling was here.
You can do that sometimes too.
Okay, all right. I just want to know the difference. Yeah. Transitional. This is, you don't sit here. You don't stay here because they get messed up. Boom. Then we're here.
And roll him over, guard.
Roll over into the guard.
Butterfly guard.
Get under the arms, right?
Yep.
Under the arms.
There you go. Flip him over. Use your legs to flip him. Right to the mount. Post, and you're good.
Right now you're in this.
Good.
Blocking.
Okay. What I was doing wrong was I was going for the hand when you're swinging over the body, and then you're blocking. Like if you're going to cut me from the body, then I would go for your hand.
Spread your feet out a little bit more, Kyle. Good.
Body, and you're going to
And Emmy, don't give killer resistance, just a little bit.
I didn't get that at first.
There. You see how your weight came up a little, Kyle, and she's able to squirm a little? Now keep your weight down as you transition north-south.
But that's not like I was just doing this.
Keep your weight pinned in your chest and circle around.
And I go, this goes here. I keep my legs apart. Then I switch it this way, still under your head.
Take your arm across to this side. There you go. And then put your other arm under her hip. There it is.
This way.
Yep.
And then this way.
North-south.
I squish your face.
With your boobs, yep.
And then I go.
Reverse sitting side mount. So slide in and then kick right back to your mount.
And then this way.
Good. She's going to flip you.
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that.
Get your guard up. Now butterfly guard. So you're going to try to get them under.
Like you're doing a butterfly stretch. Your knees are outside and your feet are inside. There you go.
Now you want to reverse and roll me over.
Good, Shelly, nice.
Good zone, good zone.
And then
So now, same kind of stuff is going to happen, okay? When you're using your knife too, try to watch. If you need me to tell you which one it is, you make sure you're paying attention to where the blade of your knife is. These are single-edged blades. So what we're going to do now is when she comes in, I'm going to zone, cut, parry, and then I'm going to feed her. So what we're doing right now is freestyle sombrata, basically, with the knife. So the most important thing still, even though we're doing stuff with the knife in the hand now, the most important thing still is when she comes at me, I zone. Okay? So we're going to go real slow with this. Remember, when it's my turn to attack, those of you guys who've done stage combat before, think about it like choreography. Make sure you know who's doing the attack. It should be clear. When I'm attacking Emmy, it's her turn. So I don't do anything until she comes back at me. Then it's my turn. Okay? Main thing, though, like I said, is keep that zoning going. With the parry, just so you know, when you can, parry. Go this way. When I'm parrying, when I can, I'm going here. I'm keeping my vital arteries and stuff away from her blade. Okay? Because if I do get cut, I'd rather get cut on the outside of my arm than on the inside of my arm. Okay? So when I can, I'm keeping that guy that way. All right? Does that make sense? Yep. So again, we're not having a knife fight right now. We're doing a drill that's helping us learn how to zone. Again, if you zone, you stay alive. Now, flow. Keep the rhythm so that you are coming back. Yeah, there you go. Try to have a big pause between. Not fast, but flow.
that one you always get.
I don't know what George is doing, but it's fascinating. Remember to zone. Zone first.
That's right, zone first.
If you are trying to think about what you have to do, you should be zoning. Oh, on that one, give her that cut again. Go the other way, Shell. Move away from it. And go knife hand, good. For your rhythm, Kyle, just so you know, you went 1, 2, 3, and then you stopped. It should be 1, 2, 3, attack him. 2, 3. He attacks you. 2, 3. Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to run into anybody.
That was good. Good. Nice. Okay, time. All right, everybody. Anybody have any questions? Listen, do not get in a knife fight. Okay, we did nothing today that will keep you from getting cut up if someone has a knife and you don't have a knife. Okay? Human beings, a human being against a bear is a pretty much no-win situation, unless you can sharpen a stick. So when a human being picks up a tool, they become a much more formidable primate. Okay? Knife fighting, if you do not have a knife, you are at least going to get cut. Okay? If you need to realize how much you shouldn't get in a knife fight, watch the movie called The Hunted. Check that movie out. And you will see, when you watch that, you'll start realizing, oh yeah, oh, I don't want to be in a knife. It's bad. It's bad. One of the things Paul Vunek does when he starts out at the knife fighting seminar is he gets a big hunk of meat and takes out a little folder knife and cuts it. And you see the thing is like, he's like, that's your arm. Okay? You don't take a shot in a knife fight. Up at Alice, where I train up in North Jersey, they were doing some live knife fighting for these, not live knife farting, live knife fighting for guys who are bodyguards and, Navy SEALs and kinds of crazy stuff like that. And the one guy figured, I'll take a shot and I'll come in. So he came in and the guy cut his arm, and so as soon as he cut his arm, he went, so Al drove him to the hospital. And as they were driving in Al's Cadillac, they're driving, and Al keeps looking over at this guy's got a white T-shirt wrapped around it. It's getting redder and redder and redder as time goes on. And the guy's like, Al, you think I'm gonna be okay? And he goes, yeah, you're gonna be fine. The guy needed something like 50 stitches in his arm from that one shot, and he stopped. It wasn't, I took the shot and came in. And then they asked him, it was Al and his buddies, who were a lot of like biker guys and big cops, what was he doing that this possibly happened? And they said, he was making a sandwich. So that's how that injury went down. But, yeah, you get cut, You get cut bad enough, you can bleed to death. Even if somebody cuts one of the major arteries down by your toe, it's like 40 seconds and it is. Okay? So we try to minimize that if we can, and we will learn some ways to try to get the knife away, but once you get into a situation where that happens. Anyway, the reason why we did the knife fighting stuff today and the stick was because I wanted you to have that concept of zoning. Get away from the power of the attack. Okay? And when a weapon comes out, that is the first thing you should do. You see that knife moving, you shouldn't have to think about what do I gotta do? Because the first thing you do is what? You zone, you move away from it. That also gives you more time to think about what you're supposed to do with your hands and all that stuff. Okay? Anybody got any questions? All right, with the way we bow this way, if you have your knife here, I'm going to take, just like we do with a stick, and we scissors. All right. Good job, guys. Please put your